Yeah.
So I was doing these.
You was getting it in.
The weights.
Got to get you some weights and
Yeah.
a little setup at the house.
What's up? What's up, world? Welcome to the show. Come on in. 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 If you're just tuning in, the legendary Roberta Flack passed away at 88 years old.
Yeah.
88 years old, she passed away, man. With hits like Killing Me Softly. Oh, man. The closer I get to you.
Such a beautiful, soft voice.
Let me not
so
mess
beautiful.
it up.
Yeah,
you're right. Don't do that, Sam. Don't do that.
We got it. We understand.
Where's the love? We're going to play some more of her hits today. Of course, Back Together Again.
Yeah.
And we played that early with her and Donnie Hathaway.
Absolutely.
So they're in the Heavenly concert.
Oh, that would be a great concert.
What?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the concert of folks like that? Luther.
Got some MJ up there.
Michael, Prince up there. Some James Brown up there. Some Aaliyah up there.
Absolutely. But I'll just play their records. I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to get up there
no
no time soon.
Yeah.
No time soon. No.
But they said that she has had several years of health challenges, including a diagnosis that was revealed in 2022 of ALS, which is also referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it made it impossible for her to sing at the time. So,
Lord, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, we're going to dive into today's letter. Real people, real life situation. All right, Kenya, what's up with today's letter?
All right. Dear Sam, why do children think they can talk to their parents any kind of way once they become adults? I'm a 55-year-old widower. My wife passed away 25 years ago due to an aneurysm. I raised my kids along with my aunt, who came to stay for 10 years until I saw how exhausted she was. I eventually moved her into a nice little house I inherited from my wife's estate. My wife was old money, so she never had to work, but chose to, which is why I married her. Recently, my daughter, 32, came over and told me she needed a place to stay because of some drama with her roommates. I offered her the use of my guest room since I turned hers into a gym. She said she wanted the house Mom left me, knowing my aunt is still there and wants to be alone. I told her no. She wants me to put out my 81-year-old aunt, who not only helped raise her from age 7 to 17, she also bought her a car for her college graduation and loaned her money. I told her I refused to move my aunt out because her life is in shambles. She then proceeded to get in my face before I quickly reminded her that I'm her father and she will not disrespect me ever again. She tried to argue, but I literally put my foot down and it shook the floors a bit. I also told her that the house is in my name and as my wife's next of kin, and when I die, the house will be split 5 ways between her and her brothers and sisters. She quickly shut up and left. Since then, her sisters tried to interfere, but I shut them down and reminded them who I am. Why do kids think they can talk to their parents any kind of way when they become adults?
Look here. I don't care how old you are. It was certain things I didn't do.
Yeah.
I never cursed around my mother.
For sure.
Now, I may have got caught. And she had the one time pull me off somebody. She was praying. And we'll forget that. I can't believe you. You were too grown for that.
You was saying some stuff, wasn't
Oh,
you?
I was saying something. I gave somebody a piece of my mind. And she walked in on it.
Right.
But I never disrespected them. Nor my father, nor my mother did I ever go off and to a point like that. If I felt like I did, I still said I was sorry. Because I had to check myself.
Right.
Had to check myself. See, you gotta see. I wouldn't have went through all that. I'm still the man. Ask little Sam. Little Sam decided. I put my son up there. Decided he wanted to get little raise his voice at his mama, talking like he equal to something.
No.
Guess who at a grown man was laying down on that floor? I had him by his neck.
Listen here. Yes. That's called raising a child.
See, I'm not about to do no having these conversations like that. Now, we can have an adult conversation, but you're going to respect me.
Absolutely. You're not demanding nothing.
You're going to respect, and that's that. Period. So don't feel any type of way like things got to be a certain or you need to change. You have a respectful conversation. You're the elder, and they need to respect that.
I think that kids feel this entitlement, when things start going wrong in their life, it's everybody else's fault. Somebody else has to help them out and all of that. When you got to instill that stuff in your kids when they're young, like the respect factors, all of that stuff. And that entitlement, he did right. I mean,
yeah, get your ass up out here, go get your own
goodbye.
place. See
Yeah.
you. I don't owe you nothing. I raised you, especially these grown-ass kids.
Right.
These adult-ass kids in their 20s and their 30s.
And then she wanted the aunt put out. The 81-year-old. Where
I
did she
wish.
think this lady was
I
going to go?
wish. I wish.
These kids are a trip. They are.
Tell them how you feel.
That's a mess.
Straight up. I ain't holding my tongue.
Oh, absolutely.
Ungrateful
not.
Mickey Ficky.
No, I'm not holding my tongue whatsoever. But, I mean, she's going to have to learn. 32 years old.
You having a hard time. She 32.
Yeah.
You having a hard time. So you want him to put his elderly auntie out who took care of you.
Who helped raise her for at least 10 years when her mother passed away.
And you know what get me though is when how many parents ever like you thought you did the best you could, right? And then one of your kids, any one of your kids, they'll pull some one day, be like, "What the hell?"
They just go left.
What is wrong with you?
Who raised you?
Where did I go wrong? Right. What's wrong here?
Yeah.
Anybody? Hey, put your hands up. Anybody?
Listen.
What in the hell?
What did I do?
What?
Because why would you even think that way? Why would you even think that?
What would make you do that?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Please, these kids.
Matter of fact, y'all all call up here right now and tell this man what he ought to tell his grown-ass daughter. And tell him how you would tell your child. I wish. I still would say sometimes to my mama, "Yes, ma'am," as a grown-ass adult. And my mama was staying with me before she got up out of here. "Yes, ma'am. What you need, ma'am? Yes, ma'am."
Absolutely.
I don't get it. You're supposed to honor your parents. Listen, y'all ain't gonna like this truth. Even if they wrong, you don't disrespect them.
Listen.
You don't disrespect them.
I think parents want to get along.
Messing up your blessing.
And I've been guilty of that. You want to get along with your kids. You don't want them to shut you out. You want to be able to still have input in their lives and give them some advice. So you don't want to go too hard. But when they coming like this, coming strong like that,
I'm going to tell you now, player, what you ought to do right now is make sure that you got your affairs together. That if you were ever to get sick, you better make sure you get things in place. I need to call Tyson, call my ace, get you some type of insurance that can, so you can move into a nice place just in case, get your will and stuff together, because the way your daughter sound, your kids sound, they will have your ass out of that house. And they be living up in there and they won't look out and take care of you.
Well, she's not going to get anything either because she has quite a few siblings. It'll be a 5-way split.
Five-way split. They had his
when
ass
Daddy
out.
up out of there.
If he get any inkling of a cough, hey, I'm for real. You better do that. I'm sitting out now. All jokes aside, do that. Some of you know damn well your kids ain't gonna look after you when you're gone.
But it can come around.
Or when something happen. That's
daughter.
what I mean. When something happen, it can. But still take precaution. She want to put an 88-year-old woman who took care of her out.
But don't you remember being young? Not necessarily doing like this, but when you're younger, you don't have a lot of perspective. Sometimes it takes you to go through a little life, be a parent,
How old is she?
go through some stuff. She's 32. Maybe she's not a parent.
That makes me feel like, what did I go wrong as a father? That you want to see this 88-year-old woman out just so you can have a place to stay. A woman who took care of you. after your mama passed. How old was she when her mama died? 7 years old?
7. Yeah.
Nigga, get out of here.
What you call her, Sam?
Get up out of here.
Yeah.
Come see me when after you done took your medicine.
Sometimes they get it messed up, but you
Okay.
got to get them back on track. You just got to.
You got me way off track now. Let's go to the comment section.
All right. Now, Guy said, when they're younger, you didn't instill the fear of God in them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to treat your kids like an enemy on the streets. Otherwise, they'll confuse your kindness for weakness.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Yes, they will.
Absolutely. And Celeste said, sir, you stood your ground. You raised your children with the help of your aunt. You offered her a place to stay so she wouldn't be homeless. She refused it because it wasn't the place she wanted.
That's
so
right.
you owe her nothing else. Moving right along, let her figure out her own living situation. Moving right along, auntie, not going nowhere.
5780931. You can't come in here and cook no cake like your auntie. Can you make collard greens like your auntie?
Auntie ain't
Can
cooking.
you send a prayer to heaven like your auntie? Obviously not, because you trying to put her out.
She'll come around, hopefully.
Whatever.
No.
Yeah. Well, bro, get your stuff together. Help this man out right now. 5780931 ZAK. And lost your mind. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you got to drop your kids on their head a couple of times. Maybe they'll straighten them out.
But I think a lot of people feel like, okay, I'm going to address this at an appropriate age, but, you know, the appropriate age is when
It's when they cut up.
they're little. Yeah.
Right there. First time they act a fool, you cut up.
Wait till they're teenagers if you want to.
Mm-mm.
And-
You're too late.
And you know what? The mother passed away, so they were probably extra coddling to the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Very. I'm pretty sure they were.
Because that's a big loss, but she just has it confused now. Yeah.
All right, man. Leave your comments here.